Alright, y'all, today I want to walk you through a very powerful trading strategy that I use to scalp sideways markets. Now, this strategy I used to take a short right up here, hold it all the way down to here, take a long right here, hold it all the way up to here, take a short right here, hold it all the way down to here, take a long right here, all the way up to here, and you're never going to guess, guys, but I am currently in a short. Now, just so you know, I'm not pulling your legs here, because a lot of people, when they first come across my channel, they think, you're messing around. Of course, you took those trades. Well, I did. Here is the profit and loss. My first entry, 48.3. We can see right here, 48.3, right up here. The second one, I longed 47.4, 47.4 right down here. Then I shorted up here at 49.083, give or take, so right up in here. So I took that short from 49.085. Then I longed again from 47.128 this morning, which is right down here. And now I'm currently in a short from 48.739. Now all these trades are in profit trades, 48.739. Right here. Okay, so all these trades are winning trades, as you can see, and I want to walk you through how I got these trades. Now, I'm not entering at random. In fact, these trades are carefully planned out. I'm looking for very specific things before I enter the market, and the setup is called a chickens drinking water trade setup. I call this trade setup a chickens drinking water trade setup, and here's how it works. Okay, if we go to a higher time frame, we can see that it looks like price is trading sideways right now. In fact, most people would look at this chart and say, you know what, I'm going to sit on the sidelines until we get some kind of confirmation of direction. I'm not going to long until we break this resistance. I'm not going to short until we break this support. Now, something you might have noticed about all the trades I've taken is basically I'm shorting when we come up to the resistance, and I'm longing when we come down to the support. And a lot of times I'm shorting when we break above the resistance, and I'm longing when we break below the support. So I'm actually taking kind of a backwards approach to this, where most people are waiting for a breakout to long. I'm over here waiting for what looks like a breakout to take a short. And the reason why I call it the chickens drinking water trade setup is because if we come to a lower time frame, we can see here that if we have an area on the chart, this is the 12-minute time frame, but for example, if we put in a low right here, giving us a support, I label this as a wick on my chart. And if we come below that wick with a bullish divergence on market Cipher B, that means it's a false breakout, and we're going to get a move to the upside. Okay, now I'm oversimplifying it. These trades are easy to spot sometimes, right? If you see your confirmations, then you can know it's going to be a good one. Sometimes you'll get something like this happening and you don't have your confirmations, in which case you might sit out. But we can see, for example, that the first short I took right here, okay, if we go to a lower time frame and we go back in time and take a look at what happened there, we can see that we had a high, we had a wick right here, okay, boom, a wick. We came above that wick right here, and we got a bearish divergence on market Cipher B, okay. All you need to do and trade this properly is market Cipher B and some basic technical analysis abilities, okay, to analyze a range and maybe pull a fib and mark levels of support and resistance, okay. So let's actually go through these trades. I want to show you. Oh, and the reason why it's called the chickens drinking water trade setup is because if we look at the wick as the water, okay, we look at the wick as the water. The wick is the water. The price is a chicken's beak. Now down here in the South, y'all, I actually relate everything to agriculture. Now I'm a homesteader out here. I got a little farm going on, all right? I'm a homesteader. I got a little dang farm out here. And so I look at everything through the lens of agriculture, all right? And so when I see this happen, when I see price get a violent push to the downside, and it breaks through this water level, and then it gets a violent push to the upside. It reminds me of a chicken drinking water. Look at how a lady hen drinks water, okay? Her beak is the price, the water is the wick. She'll take her head, she'll put it down into the water, boom, boom, into the water. She has taken her beak, okay? The price has taken its beak, boom, into the water. And then look at how she immediately takes her head out of the water very quick and then laps it up. Okay? Okay, look at her. She's very thirsty. She takes her head. She dips it into the water. Her beak goes below the wick. And then real quick, she pulls it out. Okay, that is exactly what is happening with the price, okay? We can see it happen right here, okay, where we can look and see that as price came below the wick, we were getting a bullish divergence on market cipher B. We can see price came below the wick. Market cipher B was giving us a bullish divergence. If anyone doesn't know what a bullish divergence is, a divergence is where price and momentum are diverging. So price was coming down very fast, very violently, like a chicken drinking, and momentum is coming up as the price is coming lower. This is showing us that there is an imbalance. There needs to be a correction, right? In this case, the correction is going to be upwards. Now check it out up here. Okay, we had this wick right here. And price comes up above the wick. And as price is coming above the wick, what do we have on market cipher B? We have a bearish divergence. Now, I'm oversimplifying it. I'm going to go into it a little bit more. But a few things. Now, first of all, these types of trade setups are trade setups that we can prepare for, okay? That we can prepare for. This morning, when I was doing my technical analysis, which I do every morning in my VIP Discord where I give the levels I'm looking for, I said, because we're in a local range, we can keep our eyes open for a chickens drinking water trade setup, right? Usually I will give trade setups in the Discord like these, right, where I'm looking at specific levels. But sometimes you can't give a specific level because we're just looking for the chickens drinking in general. That's going to be our confirmation. And I had the wicks marked out. I said we're going to be looking for chickens drinking water. There are many variables at play. I have the wicks marked out on the chart. So we take a look at the chart here. We can see that we have the wick marked right here on the chart. And because we have it marked out on the chart, right down here, we are waiting now for price to come below this level, for the chicken to dip her head below the level and get a bullish divergence on market cipher B for a buy up. Now, that is exactly what happened, okay? Earlier today, we got the chickens drinking water, where if we come to the 6-minute time frame, we can see that as price is coming below that wick, we are getting a bullish divergence on the 6-minute time frame. Market cipher B, boom, massive pump, boom, massive trade, high leverage trade setup right there. Of course, none of this is financial advice, guys. Only trade or use leverage if you are an experienced trader, right? But the purpose of this video is for entertainment / education, to show you how I am finding these trade setups here, okay? So let's take a look. Let's go back to the first trade that I took, the short from right here. If we go back to Friday afternoon in the VIP Discord, the last thing I posted on Friday, where was Friday? Boom, boom, boom. Where was Friday? Sorry, guys. I post so much stuff right here. The last thing I posted on Friday is I'm currently only in longs. I'm looking for a short if we get a bearish divergence on the 1 hour down as we come into the 0.65 fib / daily level. Okay? So I was looking for this level on the chart. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow. I was looking for 48,340. Okay, 48,340. Right up here. And the reason I was looking for that specific level is because I am marking levels of support and resistance out of my chart. Okay? So, by the way, in order for you to do this trading strategy, you have to know some basic technical analysis. And if you don't know that, I recommend you check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader We go through all the TA you need to know. You can check out the testimonials here. Everything you need to know in order to look at the charts and find these juicy trade setups. How to do technical analysis, support and resistance, trend lines, channels, volume, moving averages, Fibonacci, market cipher, how I use market cipher to find those super juicy entries, how to create a trading strategy. I even give you strategies that I use already and many people use, how to use risk management so that you don't get wrecked. There's currently a 30% discount in the description. Check it out if you're interested. Also, if you want to get into the VIP Discord where I post this kind of technical analysis on a daily basis, go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. But first thing, I am looking for a level of resistance to short. And so when I see that we're coming up to that level of resistance, I am also now looking for the chickens drinking water. That is a very surefire way to know that we're rejecting off the level. So we come up to the level, the white line right here, and look at this. We put in one high, and then we put in another high, and price is coming higher, momentum is coming lower. Boom, the chickens drink. Boom, we drop, and it was a juicy drop at that, guys. Super juicy. 110% profits, okay? And then after that, we are looking for a long position, right? So I actually stayed in this short. I held it over the weekend, held it, stop loss at my entry, had take profits set along the way down. I didn't enter a long until we came down to here. Now, why? Why until we came down to here? Well, it's because we had a wick right here, and that wick was not only a wick, it was also a Fibonacci golden pocket. So if we take out our fib, if you don't know how to use fibs, this is something that you will learn in the course if you decide to take it. But we can see not only did we have a wick right there, but we also had a Fibonacci golden pocket. And so in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I want to see the chickens drinking water right here. I want to see price come below this wick. Now, remember, if you have a level of support or resistance, it makes this strategy much more powerful, okay? The chickens drinking water works best if you have a level. In this case, we had a daily level. In this second case here, we had a golden pocket, okay? And this was actually a trade setup that I gave in the Discord before it happened, saying, look, we have the golden pocket, we have a wick right here. If we come below the wick with a bullish divergence, the chickens could drink, and I will take this long trade from 47.4K. Well, I did. I took that long trade from 47.4K. And again, the reason why I took that trade is because as we came down here, if we go to a lower time frame, right, we had our initial wick, and then we come down, we lose the level. We look at the 3-minute time frame here, and although this was not the clearest confirmation ever, we can still see that very slightly we do have a bullish divergence right here where momentum is coming up as the price is coming down to that specific level that we wanted. So that is how we got into the second trade. And then fast forward to this third trade up here. Now, why did we enter this trade? This was a super juicy short. The reason we entered that trade is if we go to a higher time frame, and here's the thing about the wicks, guys, and the chickens drinking. We can look at multiple time frames. If you see prices pumping, you can look at what has happened in the past to try and find previous wicks, okay? So right here, we can see that we had a wick of about 48.8K, and as price is pumping up there, I am looking for bearish divergences as we take out this wick to get a massive chickens drinking water short. In fact, if we come to the Discord here, yesterday morning, I was looking for very specifically, let's see, yesterday morning, very specifically, I was looking for the wicks around 48.8K. We could get a really nice fake out and then chickens drink water if we take out these highs with bearish divergences on the 4-hour and down. It could be super juicy. We come to our chart. Let me clean it up a little bit, remove some of these paintbrushes and Fibonacci's and stuff. Okay. Look at what happened. We came above the wick right here, and look at the 4-hour time frame. Massive bearish divergence. Massive bearish divergence. Momentum coming down like crazy, while price is getting a crazy pump. We come down to the 2-hour, same thing. Massive bearish divergence as the price is pumping up above a very specific level that we have on our chart, which is this wick right here. Okay, and so I got into that short position from up there, about 49.085, massive short, shorted it all the way down. And then after we shorted it down this morning, we were looking at, I already went over this, but we were looking at the fact that we had this wick, and if we came below it with a bullish divergence, boom, enter the long. We got bullish divergences literally on the 1 hour time frame all the way down to the 6 minute time frame. And then the short that I'm currently in right now, we can see we got another chickens drinking water where we had this wick right here, came above that wick right there, bearish divergence on the 6 minute time frame, and boom, we have a really nice drop of about 1.4%. Now here's the thing, we don't always know how long these moves are going to go, right? It's sometimes very hard to tell. Is it going to be a massive move? Is it going to be am I going to be able to hold this all day, or am I going to be able to hold this for just a short amount of time? Well, here's how we don't get wrecked trading this way. The confirmations are very clear, right? Previous wick, support or resistance level, bearish divergence or bullish divergence, right? Those three things. Previous wick, right? Coming above the level, divergence on market Cipher B. Those are the confirmations. They're very straightforward. Now, what happens now, because I am in this short, right? What happens if all of a sudden we pump up and I get stopped out? Well, first of all, it's important to remember that I am still in the long from down here with partial profits, right? I've taken 50% of the trade out. Now I've come down here, and believe it or not, I've also taken 50% of this short out. And then what you do, let's say if you have entered a short from here, right? Originally, I keep my stop losses pretty loose, okay, to give myself some playing room. And then what I do is I set limit orders on the way down. Limit orders, very important, so you don't get charged a market fee. Limit orders along the way down. And then what you do is you move the stop loss to your first take profit, okay? So what that does is it ensures that even if I get stopped out, now I'm stopped out in profit, and I'm stopped out of the trade with more money in my account than when I started the trade, okay? It's very important. Now, another way you can do this to help you avoid fees is if you know, for example, that you have a wick right here, as you see the divergences form, like here's the thing, as price is dumping down, I'm watching this divergence form. And so you can take a limit order and set it right here, okay? Now, not financial advice. I'm just giving you some ideas here, okay? So this is how we do it, guys. This is how we destroy these sideways ranges right here, right? And when most people would look at this and say, I'm not going to trade this until we get some kind of confirmation. In the meantime, all right, that's great. I'm a swing trader. I'm primarily a swing trader. Y'all know I am in swing trades right now. Long on Bitcoin from 41K, long on Bitcoin from 40K in 2 swing trades right now, okay? And I'm long on Bitcoin from 35K. I am long. I am a swing trader, don't get me wrong. But there is plenty of good opportunity to make money scalping this up and down when we are consolidating in what appears to be, let's be honest here, this does look like it's a bull flag, right? And so again, potentially, guys, if we come above this wick, all right, and there are levels of resistance up here that we are watching to hit into as we come above that wick. If we come above the wick again, and on these higher time frames, like the 3-hour time frame, we come above that wick again, and we get another bearish divergence, boom, yeah, you guarantee I'm going to be entering that short. Of course, not financial advice. Not financial advice. All right, guys, this video, make sure to like it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because this is the kind of stuff that you're not going to find for free elsewhere, I tell you. So, God bless everybody. I hope you all make those juicy, juicy, juicy gains. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.